Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, Maddie Vlogs and Does. So I wanted to talk to you guys in regards to Postmates while I wait for my laundry to dry. So it's late at night, but it's really cool outside. It's not so hot, not so cold. It's like perfect weather. But anyway, I've been doing Postmates, if you guys didn't know, for about like more than 3.5 weeks now, because I did it for a week and a half before I left on vacation. First week of May I was back from vacation, and it's now the 20th. So Postmates has its pros and cons. I haven't tried my hand at DoorDash yet, but I'm going to talk about the things as they flow through my mind. Good thing about Postmates, you get paid once a week, and or you can cash out whenever you want, whenever need be, because you know the money's there. You get to work on your own schedule. You can choose the morning hours or the evening hours, which is from 10. The morning hours are from 10:30 to 1:30, and then the evening hours are from 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Those are like the rush hours for the morning and the afternoon. But you will always see the hot spots, no matter what time it is. Even I've woken up at like 2:30, and I've seen the hot spots around my area. So it doesn't really have to be even during the day. If you want to do it during the night, you can also do that. I'm not quite sure how that would work out for people, or how much you would make. I'm assuming you won't make a lot of money working like that, because maybe there's not a lot of orders. I'm not quite sure. Who knows? I haven't tried my hand at it yet. Then what else? It's important for you guys to start doing your deliveries after you receive the prepaid card, because you're literally talking and working with a machine. The Fleet app, once you download it, you get your background check, because they do a background check for everyone that works for Postmates, whether you're going to do it full-time, part-time, etc. You have to pass the background check when you get the prepaid card. It's a card that allows you to purchase things in the exact location that Postmates tells you to go purchase it. So for example, you get a delivery, you pick it up, you're on your way to pick it up, and let's say it's a pickup at Chipotle, and you pass a Chipotle prior to the Chipotle that the Fleet app is telling you to go pick it up at. You won't be able to use the prepaid card. So that's a little thing there. And the reason why they're telling you that the Fleet app is telling you to go pick it up at a certain location is because that location is closer to the drop-off location. So you kind of have to like work things out like that. And I feel like they also do it because, meaning Postmates, I feel like they also do it that way because there have been incidents where people go pay with the prepaid card, cancel the order, and get the food, and like take the food home for themselves. So I guess Postmates regulates themselves like that. Another good thing about Postmates is that you get to communicate directly with the person whom you're dropping off the food for. And if they don't pick up, you get to tell the Fleet app, or whoever's behind the Fleet app, which I think is just a machine, here, listen, I couldn't drop this off, the person wasn't there, etc. It'll walk you through the process. If the person isn't there, somebody from customer service will call you and tell you, know what, stay there, let me see if I can contact them, blah blah blah. If you can't contact them, then there's been incidents. I have had one incident like that where I picked up the food and the person wasn't picking up, and I stood there for like almost 5 minutes, and the person was like, oh my gosh, I was taking a shower, I was away from my phone. So I didn't get to keep the food, but I still had to go through customer service, etc. What else can I tell you guys about the doing Postmates? If you guys have the Fleet app to be a walker, because you can choose to be a walker, a driver, to ride on your bike. If you guys do the walker, which I sometimes do walk, even though I never turn on my walker Fleet app, because when you switch over to to the bike, or switch over from one, from one way to deliver things to another, and you switch back to the walker fleet, it's like two separate apps. So you have whatever you were doing before, and then the walker app. The bad thing about being a walker is that, one, you get tired quicker, and two, you get signed off every time you make a delivery. Sometimes I use my scooter, so I don't take off bicycle. I use my scooter and just ride around town. I live in New York City, so it's easier for me to do the deliveries when I don't have my bike or my scooter, or I'm not in the car. Why? Because we have the buses, the trains that pass literally every 2 to 3 minutes, and if they pass every 5 minutes, it's okay either way, because you do get paid for the distance and the time that it takes you to get to the drop-off location. Let me see what else. Postmates is almost everywhere. You can go to McDonald's, you can go to Wendy's, you can go to Chick-fil-A, you can go to almost any restaurant in New York City and find that you can order your food from Postmates and also be a delivery person for Postmates. I wanted to point out also that the disadvantage about Postmates, which I don't know how they would be able to change it, if they can, I'm not quite sure. But the disadvantage is that, let's say that you have an $83 order, which happened to me yesterday. Yesterday? Yes, I had an $83 order and I got paid $4 for $83 order. I wasn't so far away from the location. However, I feel like if you are a Postmate, delivering for Postmates, and it's an $83 order, you should get at least $15 from that $83 order. But I also see how Postmates kind of like doesn't do it that way, because you do get paid for the distance that you are doing the drop off. So it's kind of good and then bad at the same time. I guess what messed me up was that I wasn't so far away from the drop off location. So boom, that's that. What else can I talk about Postmates? I know I'm forgetting important details. Oh yes, if you have any issues with money that is owed to you, they send you a weekly statement, which would be like a pay stub, and it'll tell you how many. Sorry, I'm in the street. It will tell you how many deliveries you've made and how much you get paid for the delivery. Also, you can also log into your app, and it'll show you what you're getting paid for each delivery. But on the weekly summary, it'll email you the weekly summary, and in the weekly summary, it'll tell you did this many deliveries and we paid you this much, and it was deposited on this day, and you work from this day to that day. And it's usually, on the weeklies. When it's raining and it starts raining, Postmates will pay you $2 extra for being outside in the rain. The disadvantage that I feel like people have, or that we as Postmate workers have, is that you can't see how other people are rating you. Because I've heard that Postmates can take you off as a Postmate, like they'll cancel your subscription, or not allow you to do Postmates if you get bad reviews. But we don't see the reviews. Like if you're delivering for Postmates, you as the person that's doing the deliveries don't see the reviews that are being said about you, So if you need to like pick up speed and you want to get a review on what's being done, or what it is that you're doing that's not correct, if you're not being polite, if you're not smiling for people when you give them the food, etc., you want to learn these things. Yes, Postmates would be great it is great as a part-time job. I don't know if people can in New York City live off of Postmates doing it full-time, because they don't always give you the deliveries that that are being shown to you. For example, if you are doing deliveries and it's in the afternoon, and let's say they say you do 12 deliveries and you get $70 guaranteed, because they do have like sales, like point sales. You do 12 deliveries from 5 to 9 and it's $70 guaranteed. They don't always give you the 12 deliveries. They assume that you can do the 12 deliveries, but you don't always hit the 12 deliveries depending on how far, how close they send you to do the deliveries to begin with. So that's that. That doesn't always happen. What else? Can you pay a bill with Postmates? Absolutely. Some people complain about not being able to pay at least one bill. I'm paying off debt with Postmates, and I am just using my full-time job paycheck to pay off bills, to pay my rent, to pay extra, like extra debt that I have, so that I could pay it off faster and then use whatever I make off of Postmates to survive. So I'm working almost every day. I told myself I'm not going to do Postmates at least 3 times out of the week, because I am a vlogger, so I have to have time to vlog. I have to have time to edit. I have to have time to do other things. Do have a relationship. I have parents. I have brothers. I have siblings. You know, I have responsibilities, so I have to have that. I also sometimes cannot leave work immediately, so I have to stay at work at like 6:30, 7 o'clock, sometimes 8 o'clock. So it won't give me enough time to do the deliveries. But during the weekend, business is booming. So you have to make sure that you make time for Postmates, so that Postmates can produce for you. Let's see, what else? You can interact with I don't know if I said this already, but you can totally interact with the people that you're making the deliveries for. If for whatever reason there's an object or a food or whatever, an item that's missing, that's not available to be picked up, Postmates will give you the options to say unavailable, and then you can contact the person and you interact. There's no real third party, which is great, because you get to actually talk to somebody, because it's their fucking order that they paid for. What else? I think that's it for now. I know I'm missing at least 1 or 2 things, but when I do, it comes up to mind, I'll either add them to this video if I haven't uploaded as of yet, or make a separate video. Oh, here it goes. If you are a driver for Postmates and you get a ticket while doing the deliveries, they will pay for your ticket. If you live in New York City or in the state of New York and you are insured by Geico does not cover anything that would happen if your car gets towed, if it gets moved, if it gets scratched, whatever, while you're doing deliveries. They don't have coverage for that. So that's a little bit of a downer. That's why most people in New York City are either walkers, or they're on their scooters, or they're on their bikes, like me. Very rare that we use the car to make deliveries, unless my boyfriend is either with me or with a friend, where somebody can be in the car to watch the car, move the car, etc. So that's that. Let's see. I'm trying to think about it. Oh, my link or my code for you guys to start doing Postmates, I will have it in the description box. Otherwise, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.